And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Michigan Speedway, here for 30 laps of racing in what is race number 14 of the NNSCRA Oreo Truck Series. The field for the chase continuing to take shape as we are watching to see what 12 drivers are going to be in there challenging for the championship in Season 2. One driver that very well could be in the chase is the driver that's on the pole for today's race. That is Matt Nathan, and he's also starting alongside another driver who may make the chase as well, and that's Jordan Hesder in the 28. Let's go through the rest of the starting lineup for today's race. Ray Wilson going to line up there in third alongside of Michael Harvey. Angel D'Souza beside of Nick Eggleston. Dylan Young, making his second career Oreo Truck Series start, going to line up alongside of Jacob Rodriguez. Timmy Pacioli, who right now, coming into this race, is only 1 point behind Jake Rogers. But when the green flag drops, he would end up being 1 point ahead of Jake Rogers, because Rogers is starting right directly behind him. But he'll start off alongside of Robert Cruz. There you see Rogers. Rogers is obviously Jake Rogers 1 point ahead of Timmy Pacioli, and so he and Pacioli, we're going to be keeping our eyes on both of them during the course of today. He'll start off alongside of defending champion Robert Ban. Pacioli, Rogers, Ban, right now they're possibly in the chase picture, along with this driver here, and that's Adam Chambers in the 1. He'll start off alongside of Ziggy Bain. Harold Columbia will start beside of Sean Galligan. Matthew Rodriguez alongside of Jake Cole. Anthony McCurry beside Kenny McCurry. Kenny McCurry, I'll tell you what's been putting together a string of about 3 or 4 top 10 finishes, and it is mathematically possible for him to get into the chase. We'll have to see if that's going to happen or not, though. Mark George, been a long time since we've seen him in this series. He's finally made another race, so he'll line up alongside of Adrian Brace. There's our winner 2 weeks ago, John Dillon, line up alongside of Alex Lozano. Devin Wilson going to start to the high side of John Brace. John Worry going to start beside of Daniel Schwab, who picked up his first career Snickers Cup Series win last week at Daytona. Brandon Gonzalez, he'll line up alongside of Philip Stiller. Tom Weekly beside of Jake Berg. Kristen Worry will line up beside of Noel Stiller. Then it's Lisa Shears next to Jacob Lawler. Arnold Columbia going to line up alongside of Dougie Shears. Jesse Kaplan next to last week's winner at Daytona, Adam Rose in the 83. And then it's Corey Williams and Christian James, the rest of the field for this race here at Michigan. 30 laps of racing. Michigan was originally supposed to be race number 13 of the series, but due to the fact that it would have ended up coming up right after Chicagoland, which really, if you think about it, Chicagoland and Michigan, they're rather similar in their types of tracks, so we ended up having Daytona move in as race 13, Michigan moving to race 14, and then next week we're heading to New Hampshire where the chase field will be set. So right now, the front row comprised of 2 drivers that possibly could lock themselves into the chase here today. Remember, it's not guaranteed that any of these drivers are going to be in the chase because anything can happen, even in 2 races here in the NNSCRA. So obviously they'll be looking for good finishes, and they're on the right path with the starting positions they have, positions 1 and 2. Here we go. 30 laps of racing here at Michigan International Speedway. Green flag is out for race 14 of the Oreo Truck Series. And right now, with the live points, Timmy Pacioli would have a 1 point advantage over Jake Rogers in the standings. As a matter of fact, going into Daytona last week, it was Kenny McCurry and John Worry who were tied for the points lead in the Snickers Cup Series. But since then, now it is clearly Kenny McCurry back in control, as now we got Ray Wilson challenging for the lead on Matt Nathan, and he will get that top spot. There you see the 33 of Timmy Pacioli and the 91 of Jake Rogers still right next to each other. And they crossed the stripe that time, one behind the other. They are now tied for the points lead, according to our live point system. Angel D'Souza now going down to the inside line. She's in the same run she was in last year, not having the best of seasons, obviously, but putting together a fairly nice season, although last season she was a championship contender, will not be so this year. And now Timmy Pacioli has now taken over the points lead in the standings, as he is now not only the new points leader, but the new race leader here at Michigan. Jake Rogers getting shuffled there in the middle, and he's going to lose some positions here. And now Pacioli all of a sudden's under fire. Harold Columbia to the inside. We got a few race winners behind Columbia, who is also a race winner at Talladega. But Matthew Rodriguez has won a race this season, and so too has James Bald. If I remember correctly, James Bald came back in race number 12 at Lowe's, I believe. Or actually, that was race number 11, but it was at Lowe's, and James Bald took that win. Now Matthew Rodriguez is the leader. Here comes Brandon Gonzalez up that inside line there in that Red Bull car, maybe trying to give Schwab Racing 2 wins in a row. His teammate, running the exact same paint scheme, the 83 of Adam Rose, picked up his first Truck Series win of Season 2 last week at Daytona. But Matthew Rodriguez, he's out in front by about a car length or so now, kind of pulling away from the rest of the field, but not for long. Here comes Brandon Gonzalez getting a run to the inside, and he will indeed challenge for the lead. He actually leads that lap by a few feet over Matthew Rodriguez. And look at Corey Williams. He started off in 41st, that number 15 Raceview Toyota. And he's all of a sudden slid up now, unofficially, in the 3rd position, as there may be a battle on for the lead once again. Jacob Lawler, who ended up picking up win number 1 in the Mobile One Cup Series at Daytona. He's lined up there to maybe pick up career win number 1 in the Oreo Truck Series as he moves to the inside line, and we have 5 laps already completed here. Who's going to win this drag race to the stripe? Looks like Lawler will lead that lap. And here comes Corey Williams and Christian Janes. Started in 41st and 42nd, the final row, and they're now up right now inside the top 5. Now Corey Williams all over the back bumper of Jacob Lawler. Will Williams make a move? It looks like he's going to stay pretty content to be behind that number 34. But he's got company coming up that inside line, including last week's winner, Adam Rose in the 83. Here we go. Corey Williams going to get a run to the inside, and he will lead that lap there. And the yellow flag is out. Caution is out. Pace truck there. Oh, Matthew Rodriguez is involved. Jesse Kaplan, James Bald. Oh, and Timmy Pacioli, who only came in 1 point behind Jake Rogers, is involved. Oh, and was that John Dillon? It was indeed. Oh, someone else is smoking there. Was that Mark George? It was. Jake Berg. Arnold Columbia is slowed. Angel D'Souza has damage. Oh, and there's Devin Wilson in the 18 car. Jacob Rodriguez has also sustained damage. There's Wilson. Heavy damage to his race car. And we are under caution, obviously, but Timmy Pacioli, who came in 2nd in the standings, is involved, along with John Dillon. 2 drivers that are trying to get into chase contention. This could really hurt their chances. Let's see why we're under the caution flag as Corey Williams leads here at Michigan. Well, it looks like this was a 3-wide battle that suddenly turned into 4-wide. Right here, you're going to see that Matthew Rodriguez and John Dillon are kind of crowding each other off of turn 4, and they are going to make some contact up the speedway, and nowhere for Jesse Kaplan to go. Matthew Rodriguez, another driver, is trying to make the championship here, or the chase championship. And, oh, there's James Bald getting his contact. He's going to clip Pacioli. Jacob Rodriguez gets involved. John Dillon's upside down, flipping and sliding down the front straightaway. Look at the hard lick Pacioli takes into the wall. Oh! Nick Eggleston, Ray Wilson, Jake Berg. Of course, Kaplan, as we mentioned. Robert Band, John Worry. Mark George, Adrian Brace, Arnold Columbia, all getting involved. Let's take a look now and see how some other drivers were involved that I think made contact with John Dillon's race car as it was sliding down the front straightaway. Alright, so there's the contact, and watch the 24 right there. Oh, look at the impact. And the truck is actually flipped upside down, sliding on its roof down the front straightaway. And right there you see the contact made with Devin Wilson, sends him up into the wall, and that was a hard lick for Wilson. You see Robert Cruz, Jake Cole, Dylan Young all making their way underneath. Ray Wilson trying to do the same. But Dylan is still on his roof. He's still upside down. And look at Jake Berg come into the picture. Oh my goodness. That could have really been a problem for John Dillon. I don't know, but... Oh, wow. That could have jarred his head. Hopefully the Hans device did its job, but look at this. He did cross the start-finish line, though. Wonder what he crossed in. I wonder if they'd show that. Doesn't look like they're going to, but... Man, hard impact for John Dillon. I'll tell you what, the last two Oreo Truck Series events, drivers have really taken some hard and wild rides. Right, so Corey Williams will get ready to put us under green on lap 11 of 30. Drivers out as a result of this wreck. I'm surprised it's this little amount of drivers. Everybody else was able to repair their damage and continue on. Timmy Pacioli is out and he'll finish in 36th. Devin Wilson will get credited for 37th. Jake Berg 38th. John Dillon 39th. James Bald will get credited for 40th. 41st will be Matthew Rodriguez, and 42nd will be Jesse Kaplan. At least three of those drivers are trying to keep themselves in the top 10 in the standings. Matthew Rodriguez, James Bald, you could also add to that list, John Dillon and Timmy Pacioli. Here's the way they'll line up for the restart. Corey Williams leads. Jacob Lawler second. Christian James is third. Fourth is Sean Galligan, and fifth is Tom Weekly. Last week's winner, Adam Rose, 6th. Noel Stiller, 7th. Brandon Gonzalez, 8th. 9th, Lisa Shears, and Kenny McCurry runs in 10th. Daniel Schwab, 11th. Harold Columbia, 12th. Kristen Worry is up to 13th. 14th is Anthony McCurry. Philip Stiller runs in 15th. 16th is Jordan Hester. 17th is Adam Chambers. Dougie Shears, 19th. There's the guy who will leave with the points lead, Jake Rogers. He is right now in 19th. Michael Harvey in 20th. Ziggy Bain is 21st, Alex Lozano 22nd, 23rd is Jake Cole, 24th is Robert Cruz, 25th is Dylan Young, 26th is Ray Wilson, 27th Matt Nathan, John Worry 28th, 29th Robert Bann, 30th is Adrian Brace, and then 31st is Angel De Souza, 32nd Matthew Rodriguez, or Jacob Rodriguez, Nick Eggleston 33rd, Mark George 34th, and the rest of the top 35. The last car on the racetrack is Arnold Columbia. So the green flag will come back out here on lap 11. Corey Williams, Jacob Lawler, a few drivers who have not yet been to victory lane in the Oreo Truck Series. Christian James there in third as well. Can add Sean Galligan to the list there as well. Tom Weekly has not. First one that has is 6th place Adam Rose. As now Lawler's going to move to the inside on Corey Williams, and he'll go to the point. But maybe not for long. Christian James down to the inside line to try and take the top spot. This has been a pretty successful Season 2 for Christian James. Picked up his first career Snickers Cup Series win at the road course of Infineon. And here comes Tom Weekly now. Tell you what, Tom Weekly, I think the switch over to just racing trucks really just did not pay out for him that well. He's been having a real tough time of it, been involved in a lot of wrecks. And oh, they're mighty close back there. Daniel Schwab, Brandon Gonzalez, or actually make that Adam Rose, Sean Galligan, they almost all got together, but they managed to keep off each other. Man, they were 4 wide back there at that point. Noel Stiller, new leader in that Jelly Belly Chevrolet. Stiller is down in the standings. Actually, I believe he's a go-or-go-homer. And he takes the point. Anthony McCurry coming up battling for second now with Christian Worry, but now he gets stuck in the middle 3 wide. Jordan Hester going to the inside, and it's a 3-way battle for the lead here. 3 wide. Oh, they're 4 wide off there again. Chambers, Gonzalez, Rose, Noel Stiller, they were all 4 wide there at one point. And here comes Adam Chambers trying to get to the inside. Can he do so? Yes, he can indeed. And he will go to the front. There's another driver that's been to victory lane. Michael Harvey trying to get to the inside line. Picked up a win at Daytona as Chambers just barely led that lap, but Harvey is now going to take the top spot, and now he's under fire from Ziggy Bain. Boy, these drivers, it's like we're racing at Daytona or Talladega. They are 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 all the way back through this field, and still keeping it all nice, clean, and green. And what do you know? We have another 3-wide battle for the lead. Lisa Shears going to go down to that inside line. She's going to get some help from her brother, Dougie Shears, it looks like. But Lisa Shears is the new leader. And look at here comes the 59 of Dylan Young and only his second career Oreo Truck Series start. Ooh, who led that lap? I think Lisa Shears did. She did indeed. But it was rather hard to tell. Dougie Shears the new leader as we have reached halfway in this event. I thought I heard a car hit the wall. Did I? Yes, I did. Philip Stiller, Noel Stiller, Anthony McCurry, Kristen Worry all involved. Oh, and there's Jordan Hester sliding down the back straightaway. That's another championship contention. Oh! Tom Weekly barrel rolling and flipping down the back straightaway. The bad luck continues for that number 97. John Worry's off the pace. John Worry slowed there. And I think that Jake Rogers is slow as well. And he's our points leader. Boy, I don't know for certain. But, Dylan Young must have led that lap. Young rookie making his second start in the Oreo Truck Series must have led that lap. Let's see, we got a few different things that occurred. One occurring in turn 1, I believe, and one occurring on the back straightaway. See if we can find out where the contact was. Maybe in between Jake Rogers and Jordan Hester? No, right there, Brandon Gonzalez gets into Noel Stiller, sends him into Philip Stiller, who then gets up into Anthony McCurry and then Kristen Worry. Oh, Brandon Gonzalez got a piece of that there in the 82. Didn't know he was involved. That's like a 5-car pileup right there in the turn 1 vicinity. Noel Stiller, Kristen Worry, Anthony McCurry, Philip Stiller, and Brandon Gonzalez. Now let's see what happened to Jordan Hester, a championship contender, on the back straightaway. Okay, this looks like the best angle to look from, and I think Tom Weekly's gonna... He made some contact there with Jacob Lawler, and Lawler went up into the fence there. And then Weekly gets touched by, I think that was Adam Rose, and sends him down into our points leader, Jake Rogers, who in turn flips the 97 car over. So, yes, Jake Rogers was involved, and I think his problems aren't over. Look at the 62 car of John Worry. No, he makes contact with Jordan Hester, who then hits the 91 of Jake Rogers as well. But look at the violent flipping of that 97 truck. You know, I very much thought that the roof flaps would possibly keep these trucks on the ground, but it has not really worked. Look at the air that 97 car got. He was flipping all the way down that whole back straightaway. The whole back straightaway. I mean, for heaven's sakes. Oh, man. These cars have just taken wild rides in the past few weeks. And it just occurs continually here today as well. John Dillon and now Tom Weekly going for wild rides here at Michigan. Alright, so we'll prepare to go back to green on lap 20 of 30, so give us a total of 11 laps to go. Dylan Young leads over Dougie Shears, Adrian Brace, so that's the top 3. Let's show you the drivers first that have retired as a result of the events that have just passed. Arnold Columbia is listed 1 lap down. He runs in 32nd, but the cars that are out are Tom Weekly, who will get credited for 33rd, Philip Stiller, who will take 34th, and Noel Stiller, who will finish in the 35th position. Here's the way they'll line up for the restart. Dylan Young leads, Dougie Shears is 2nd, Adrian Brace in 3rd, as I mentioned. Our pole sitter, Matt Nathan, has worked his way back up to 4th. Robert Band runs in 5th. 6th is Ray Wilson, 7th is Robert Cruz, 8th Lisa Shears, 9th is Michael Harvey, and Harold Columbia runs in 10th. The guy who led him to the restart last time, Corey Williams, he has slid back to 11th. Ziggy Bain is 12th. 13th is Adam Chambers, 14th Christian James, and Alex Lozano is 15th. 16th is Jacob Lawler, and 17th Kenny McCurry. Sean Galligan runs 18th, Daniel Schwab 19th, and Jake Cole is in 20th. 21st is Angel D'Souza. Jake Rogers, our points leader, he's still in it. He's 22nd. 23rd is Nick Eggleston. 24th is Adam Rose and his teammate. Brandon Gonzalez runs in 25th. Jordan Hester is 26th. 27th is Jacob Rodriguez. Mark George 28th. 29th Kristen Worry. John Worry there in 30th, and Anthony McCurry in 31st position. So the pace car will peel off. In only his second start, he's leading a race here, and that is Dylan Young in the 59. His first career start came last week, I believe, at Daytona, where he ended up finishing wrecked. But the green flag is out, and a bit of a breakaway here for Dylan Young and Dougie Shears. And Dougie Shears is going to try and utilize that, but Dylan Young puts a major block on it. Wow. Just slammed the door on the Napa Toyota, and now that's going to cost Dougie Shears. Since he couldn't capitalize on that pass, now Adrian Brace is coming down to the inside line to take away second. Seen some muscle lately out of Adrian Brace as well. That 12 car been showing a lot of gumption to try and get good finishes. But I think it's a little late for the 12 to be able to make the chase. And there's Robert Bann in the 57. He's actually going to dive to the inside in that Dodge. Robert Bann looking to be a back-to-back champion in the Oreo Truck Series as he is in possible chase contention. Look at the power of Adrian Brace's car there, though. Getting a good run off of turn 2, and he's still battling it out on the high side with Robert Bann, but has to give way here through turns 3 and 4. There's Ray Wilson in the 52 car. Wilson going to go down to that inside line. There's Michael Harvey making a move as well. And Harvey to the front. Trying to remember 2 weeks ago we were at Chicagoland. That's right, John Dillon took that win. May have been at Lowe's. I remember that one of the races lately, I think it was maybe Lowe's, race 11, where Ray Wilson nearly won that event. Was so close, but ended up just barely missing picking up the win. As Harold Columbia now comes down to the inside. Seen a lot of former winners here. Harvey's been to victory lane. Columbia has. Chambers has. And Kenny McCurry there in the 04 has been to victory lane as well. Kenny McCurry going to take over the top spot here, as he will try and slide by Harold Columbia this time. And it looks as though he will do so. Kenny McCurry now to the point. Christian James now going to take a peek to the inside line. And it looks like he will take the top spot here. Here comes Sean Galligan down low. Oh, contact! Oh, Jake Cole's on the wall along with Ziggy Bain and Daniel Schwab. Sean Galligan going to go down that inside line anyway, though. This is a battle back to the stripe. Schwab, Jake Cole, saw them get together, and I'm trying to remember who the other driver was that I saw get involved. But it's slipping my memory right now as it all happened so fast. Looks like Sean Galligan maybe is going to lead him down to the caution. Oh, look at him battle it out here with Christian James. Oh, this is close. Oh, who led that? It was Christian James by a splitter. Cars that were involved there, Daniel Schwab was one of them. Kristen Worry's slow, but I don't think she was one. There's Ziggy Bain. That's right, it was Ziggy Bain and Jake Cole who also got a piece of that. The caution is out with Christian James as the leader as he held off Sean Galligan at the stripe. Is somebody smoking up ahead? Yeah, Daniel Schwab. Oh man, that car is wrecked. See what happened to him, Ziggy Bain and Jake Cole to bring us under the caution once again. Alright, so you see him going 3 wide here. And they've been racing 3 wide all day long, so I'm not certain what went amiss in this 3 wide battle. Watch carefully the 16 of Alex Lozano. Maybe he makes some contact here? No! Jake Cole just kind of slid up the racetrack. There was no contact from Alex Lozano, and just innocent bystanders are Ziggy Bain and Daniel Schwab. Jake Cole just slid up the racetrack there, and that's the only thing that happened there. There was no fault of any other drivers. But I don't think Daniel Schwab's problems are over yet. I think he ends up getting nailed by somebody here. Let's see if we can find out what happens to Daniel Schwab, because he was smoking, and he's not smoking at this point. Take a look. Schwab even had more front end damage before, too, I believe. See if any of these slower cars come into view here, maybe, and get involved. We did see Kristen Worry with damage. Maybe she gets a piece of Schwab here. Let's see. Schwab continues on. There goes Jordan Hesder on by. And I don't see anybody else coming into view as of yet. Oh, there's Kristen Worry. And does she get the 8? Yes, she does. Right there. So Kristen Worry was indeed involved, and that's what gives the major damage to the Daniel Schwab machine. So it was indeed Kristen Worry who was involved as well. And then this was a mighty close battle to the stripe. We're not sure if we're going to finish this race under caution or not, but just to show you how close it was between Christian Janes up high and Sean Galligan down low. At this point, Sean Galligan is ahead, but then he kind of loses some drafting help or something. I don't know what it was, but Christian Janes suddenly got a big run on the high side. And watch the closeness of this at the stripe. So they come down. Let's see if indeed Christian Janes was there, if that's just a error by our tickers. Let's see. Galligan tries to draw even. Oh, just barely Christian Janes led that, but he hasn't received the win yet. We may end up getting back to go to green. We'll find out in just a moment. And we will indeed go back to green. It will be a green-white checkered to finish off this race here at Michigan. So Christian Janes has not won it yet. He'll have to complete 2 laps more in order to take his first Oreo Truck Series win. Drivers out as a result of this wreck include Daniel Schwab and Kristen Worry. Everybody else has been able to make repairs to their cars, including Ziggy Bain and Jake Cole. Christian Janes leads. Second is Sean Galligan. Alex Lozano third. Matt Nathan is fourth, and Robert Cruz is fifth. Sixth right now is Dougie Shears. Seventh is Adam Chambers. Kenny McCurry eighth. Ninth is Harold Columbia, and 10th is Lisa Shears. And 11th is Dylan Young. Corey Williams is 12th. Adrian Brace 13th. Ray Wilson 14th. And 15th is Michael Harvey. Robert Bann is 16th. 17th, Nick Eggleston. Angel D'Souza in 18th. 19th, Adam Rose. And there's our points leader, Jake Rogers, still very much in competition here. He's in the 20th position. Jordan Hester is 21st. Here's the 2 cars that were involved in that previous wreck. Jake Cole in 22nd and Ziggy Bain in 23rd. Brandon Gonzalez runs 24th, 25th, Jacob Rodriguez. In 25th, or 6th position, rather, is Jacob Lawler. 27th is Mark George. 28th, right now, John Worry. Anthony McCurry in 29th. And 30th, 1 lap down, is Arnold Columbia. So can Christian Janes pick up the win here? Could Sean Galligan maybe pick up his first career Truck Series win? The top 5 drivers right now have not picked up a Oreo Truck Series victory in their career. So they're going to try and do that right here. Janes, Galligan, Lozano, Nathan, and Cruz get us back on our way. Green flag. Next time by, it's the white flag unless the caution comes out. Sean Galligan down to that inside line. Going to try and take the top spot here. Just mere moments after the green flag was waved. Galligan to the point. Here comes some other drivers, though, suddenly showing themselves up here. Matt Nathan, Dougie Shears is back here in the top 5. As they try and all work their way through here. Sean Galligan, though, is the leader. Matt Nathan now going to challenge down low. Nathan, Galligan at the stripe. This time it is Matt Nathan, but the white flag is waving and the green is still out, which means we will race it to the checkers. Here comes Adam Chambers up the inside line. Can he pick up his second win of the season here? Dylan Young there in his second start. Will he put a move here in turn 3 and 4? Dylan Young waiting. No, he cannot make a move. As Adam Chambers is possibly looking for win number 2 this season. Oh, here comes Dylan Young to the inside. It's Chambers. Young. They're going to drag race it to the stripe. Who's going to win it? The rookie Dylan Young. In his second career start here in the NNSCRA Oreo Truck Series. Pulls off a Trevor Bain. I don't believe it. Holy mackerel, only his second career start here in the Oreo Truck Series, and he's already a winner in Season 2. Oh my goodness. He restarted this race in the 11th position. He picked up 10 spots in 2 laps to claim his first Oreo Truck Series victory. Unbelievable. Well, what more surprises do we have in store for us? I have no idea, but the Mobil 1 Cup cars and the Snickers Cup cars are coming your way next here at Michigan. Here come the finishing order and the standings. Congrats to Dylan Young, a winner in only his second start. Clearly a Trevor Bayne story. You've been watching the NNSCRA, now merged with the NCG MRS.